Hi, this is Seth David for schoolofbookkeeping.com, bringing to you a very special screencast. This time we're talking about how to get exposed to 50,000 new prospects every month. 50,000 new prospects every single month. If I told you that I could expose you to a community right now that would offer 50,000 new prospects every single month, you'd be interested in that, right? Of course you would. It's a no-brainer. And I know it sounds a little too good to be true, but I promise you my source is reliable. The community that I'm about to expose you to, and you already know who it is if you read the blog post, is getting 50,000 new subscribers every single month. And subscribers may not be the best word, but there's 50,000 new people coming into the Intuit community where they're looking to ask questions to get help with QuickBooks, and it's free to them. And it's free for you as an accounting or bookkeeping expert to join in and provide the answers to those questions. Why should you do this? Well, if you read the blog post and you read the reference to the blog post that this is sort of a follow-up to, then you know a little bit of the backstory to how I could have almost lost my home, how I had a lot of my revenues coming in from just 2 clients, and in a 2-month period I lost both of those clients, representing more than half of my revenue, more than 50% of my gross, went away in a 2-month period of time. How did I keep my home? How am I still living in my home? How didn't I lose my home? I couldn't pay the mortgage immediately after that. But what I had done and what I was able to pick up on at that point was I'd built a ton of content, and I continued to build a ton of content. And I was able to use that content to go out there and attract new customers. That's why we call it attraction marketing. And that's what I speak about at the Sleater conference each year now. So having now learned that this Intuit community has 50,000 new users every month, guess where I'm going to start going to start answering questions? I should have been doing this a long time ago. I've been asked to several times, and I'll get into it and then kind of fall out of the habit. I used to go to LinkedIn groups a lot to do this, and the LinkedIn groups are great. There's one important difference between the LinkedIn groups that I've been to, and I've been to probably all of the QuickBooks related ones, and this community. And that is the largest LinkedIn group that I'm aware of, I think maybe has 30 or 40,000 total members, right? Many of whom are people like you and me who are really more in the position of providing the help than looking for it. This is a community that's growing at a rate of 50,000 per month, and it's mostly people who are asking questions and looking for help. It's a lot fewer people like me and you, perhaps, who are looking to provide that help. The rest of the process and strategy at hand here is a no-brainer. It's not rocket science. You go out there and provide enough help to enough people for a long enough period of time, you're going to get noticed. You're going to get noticed by Intuit, as I have. You're going to get noticed by the other members of the community. And this particular community has a rating system. If you answer enough questions and get good feedback, in other words, people can sort of like your answer, then you're going to get a status rating elevated, and the highest level is called All-Star. So you can become an All-Star in the Intuit community. It puts a little badge next to your name in your profile, and it shows up whenever you've answered a question so people can see, oh, they're an All-Star. Guess what they're going to do eventually? They're going to come and check out your profile because they're going to want to know more about who you are, and especially if you've helped them and they've really appreciated your help, there's a good chance, in fact, that they're going to want to click over to your profile, find out how to get in touch with you to get more help from you. That's how it works. That's how all social media works for people like us, for people who are experts in an area where we can provide that expertise. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't have time for all this, and I'm going to tell you stop right there because that's self-defeating, first of all, to think that way. Second of all, you do have the time, and bear with me here. I'm going to explain in another 2 minutes exactly how you have the time. And at the same time, I'm going to bring in a side tip on this, and this is largely for the benefit of my schoolofbookkeeping.com partner, Eric Greenspan, who has been asking me lately what the buzz is about Evernote. So let's find out. Let's find out how Evernote can help us gain access to and get in the habit of using a community like this. So let me put away this $50,000 person number here. Excuse me, here's Evernote. So Evernote has a few different views, and if you come into the snippet view here, and bear with me, I'm going to obscure some of the information you see because some of it is client and confidential, but when I go to this view, I get these reminders up here. And when I click here so I can filter by tag, the very first one that comes up first because I made it so by putting an exclamation point in front of it. So if I just hit enter to confirm that in fact I do want to filter by that tag, it brings up the filter. The next thing I need to do is make sure I'm looking at all notes first instead of at my action pending notebook. So let's do that again, and I'll click on my tag here and filter it for daily. And I've got, among others, my Intuit community note here. So let's double click that and let me bring that onto this screen. And here's the deal. I've got my login information, of course, encrypted here. So quick, easy access. What I need to get in there quickly is all right here. Not only that, but notice I've got my reminder now set for tomorrow, right? And I can clear this reminder just so you can see quickly how this works. You come in here, you set the reminder, add a date. I'm recording this March 11th, 2014, so I choose March 12th. And I want to come over here and I want to be reminded at 8 a.m. And boom, I click away. That reminder is set. It's going to show up in the reminders as of 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm also going to get an email from Evernote letting me know about this and any other reminders I've set for tomorrow. So again, you get the reminder. It's coming right into your inbox. And then all you have to do is spend 15 minutes answering one question per day. That's all you have to do. One question per day. Do it every day consistently. I can guarantee you your rating in the community is going to grow, your recognition within the community is going to grow. People are going to start to see your name all over the place in the community, and eventually, sooner if not later, they're going to want to check you out. So let's take a look and see how they can check you out. Let's open up the Intuit community. Let me bring that up on my screen, and here it is. As you can see, if you've been in this community before, but it's been a while, then you're going to see right away that it looks very different. They've given it a bit of an overhaul, and they've really cleaned up the interface and made it very nice. Not to mention that there's SEO benefits to this too, because this does get very good SEO because there's so much content coming in here, and it's relevant, and it's useful, and it's valuable. So when you come in, of course, if you haven't already, create an account and make sure you fill out your profile, because again, if people are liking the answers that you provide, they're going to come over to your profile and they're going to want to come here, like on mine, where it shows you here's exactly how to get in touch with me, right? It's referred to as a signature. This is my title, my phone number, and of course the websites that I've listed. So you want to make sure that you do that so that when somebody does come check you out, they know how to get in touch with you, and it's easy. It's very easy for them to get in touch with you. They may not be ready to call you at this point, which is why providing the website information is very important, because this way they might just want to click over and check you out and learn more about you. And they still may not want to buy anything from you today. But given enough times, if they see you over and over again and it's consistent, I can guarantee you they will. That's how I rebuilt my business. Not only that, but it's like the $6 million business now because I rebuilt it better, stronger, and faster than it ever was before. What do I mean by that? I no longer rely on so few for so much of my income. I have my income coming from a lot of different sources, from a lot of different clients, from people all over the country and other parts of the world who ask me for training help. Why have they come to me and asked me for training help? Because I've provided information, I've put it out there. And this is a forum that you can bet I'm going to be participating in more and more to continue that effort, to provide more helpful answers. Not only that, but you can actually you can post videos, and they want you to. I was just informed of this. They want you to post videos. If you have a video that answers somebody's question, of course, it's got to be relevant, and it's got to be, non-promotional. Yes, of course, the video, like my videos have in the first 30 seconds, some sort of a promotional element that says, hey, here's who we are, here's how to get in touch with us if you'd like more help. But other than that, as long as the video does actually answer the question that's being asked, you can go in there and say, hey, here's a video I did that answers your question. I imagine you can also post the URL to a blog post if it answers the question. Same idea. The most important thing is that your first priority has to be that you genuinely do want to provide help. And here's what else you can do. One last tip, and it just goes back to the Evernote thing. Let's say I'm an expert on inventory, and I want to make a point of answering questions on inventory because those are the clients I want to attract. They're people who sell inventory and need help there. So click on inventory, and granted it's easy enough to click right from there where you just saw, but if I take this URL and I copy it, let's go back over to my Evernote note, and let me put in a separator here, and just paste the URL in. So every day when I get this reminder now, I can just click on this link, boom, and I'm right into the inventory topic, and I can see the latest questions, and I can go answer a question like this that says, how do I create a report that lists my inventory items that are not selling? So with that, I'm going to sign off and go answer this question. It looks like there's one answer already. And with that, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. I look forward to seeing you on the web.